Man, some days I just don't know what the hell I want to talk about when I make these videos. I do have ideas that I write down from time to time, but then like when I go to actually like do them, I'm kind of like, I don't really feel like talking about that. I don't really feel like talking about that. So I've been working on the new album for a long time, and I've been trying to get my head wrapped around like what it's going to sound like what it's going to be. You know, it's going to be album number 10. And I know I've talked about this before in other videos, but it's always evolving. It's always, you know, it's always like a stress on my brain thinking about this shit. And I think I would like to get in, I would love to get in with some other producers or songwriters at the very least and do some co-writes. Like I would love to get in with like John Feldman to do some co-writes again. We worked together about, I guess 11 years ago now on the kind of the remake of Beautiful Day. And it turned out cool, but I wish we would have started with a brand new song with him. So I would love to go in and like do like a brand new original song or two or three, you know, just kind of get the juices flowing, maybe kind of just branch out a little bit. Love to get his take on our sound, you know. I think that'd be really cool. You know, there's some other songwriters that I've been seeing working with other bands, and you know, I would just love to sort of just kind of, I really want to like spread my wings a bit, and I'm open to writing with other people, you know, people with a track record. You know what I mean? Like we'd have to spend some money to work with these type of people, but I don't know, I just want to see where it goes. And even if it doesn't make it to like an album or something, maybe we do a single at some point or whatever. I just want to write good songs. That's my big thing. And there's times where it's like, I want to make like a dope, like 2000s reggae rock record, you know what I mean? I want to, or like, I want to make a real modern sounding, you know, beach rock, you know, pop punk / reggae / all these things mixed together, some acoustic ballads, you know, like that. Like the more I think about it, like that's probably the way it's going to go. It's going to feel more like that. Is just like, you know, really sort of leaning into like the beach rock sound, you know, and it's just, I feel like it's just going to be, it's going to be a big mix of stuff. But I just want it to be like all over the place. But at the very least, I want every song to smash. I want every song to be, you know, just melodic and big and like, you know, just real sing-songy. I was actually just listening to like our Girls record. It's one of our most popular records. And I can't believe some of the songs are on that record. Like Drink About You. It's very, very pop dance track, which is, it's just strange. It's probably the weirdest one on that record. And then you've got like Roller Coaster, which was written by Jeffrey James and another guy. Jeffrey James wrote like Dark Sunglasses with me and California King with me. Would love to work with some writers that I respect and just get, like I said, get their take on the Ballyhoo sound, you know. I've got some songs that are like really slow jams, like really, they feel almost out of place on a Ballyhoo record in a way, like, cause you know, we like to thrash it up a little bit, but I also like those pocketed grooves, you know. There's a little bit of like our old sound influencing some of my writing when I go back, like some real riffy stuff or like real funky grooves, you know. So it's just right now it's just a big mess in my head. And like we've got some singles that are gonna be dropping this summer that I don't even know if they're gonna be on the record. It all has to work. It has to work together. The beauty of putting out singles is that we can just kind of drop whatever. But at the end of the day, when it's time to make a record, are those songs gonna fit on the record when the time comes, you know? And at this point, we're probably not gonna record a record until early next year or late this year. And I'm really pushing for maybe like an early summer release of 2026. It's just madness in my head, you know, trying to put it all together. At this point, you know, anything can happen. At this point, I'm gonna mix it, produce it. But like I said, if we end up working with somebody else and they can give us a good deal and they got great mixes, you know, that's cool too, you know. I just want to put out a smash, dude. I want album number 10 to be the shit. I want it to be the best thing we've ever done, like how we felt about Shell Shock. You know, you want to improve and do better than the last thing you did, you know? And at the same time, sort of be a little surprising, you know, like with the sound or, I don't know. I just want it to be good. And I'm trying not to have anxiety about it or stress about it. But you kind of can't help it, you know? And, you know, we're in, this is 30 years of the band, so I just want it to be right, that's all, you know? I should probably figure out where I'm going. I think it's that way. Pretty sure it's that way.